So here we are. I'm going to give you a quick run through of this year's SSIJ team, and just give you a quick overview and a quick insight into who does what, who's capable of what, and just a little bit of background on them. I've probably done this wrong because I'm sat here looking at the sun and can't see anything. There's my dog going mental. So we're going to start with Ben the Machine Brewster. So, what can we say about Ben? Well, we call him the Machine because you point him in the direction he needs to go and he just keeps going. He will run all day, every day, given the chance. He absolutely loves it. I mean, I live in a valley, which is probably, I don't know, 10 miles from Salisbury, and quite often as I'm driving through the valley, I see him running along, which I find quite amazing. So, that's Benner. He will never let us down. He will start, he will finish, he'll get from A to B, and he won't look like he's out of breath, which is just unbelievably amazing. Okay, so let's move on. So next we have my darling daughter, Amy. Amy did it last year, and I did kind of wonder whether she would get from A to B, because it's far more than she's ever done before. But I'll be honest, if it wasn't for her, I don't think I'd have got round. She kept me going, and she was absolutely fantastic. And she had no hesitation in saying she wanted to do it again this year. So she's here, even though she's trying to organise her wedding. She gets married on July the 6th, so she's trying to organise that and train for this. It should be interesting, but well done. Okay, that's better. I can see, you can probably see me. I've moved. Next we've got Craig. Now, Craig won't let me down. The reason why? Well, last year he was on the support crew, and this year he's actually taking part as an athlete. And he's the one that's actually marrying Amy on July the 6th. So, if he lets us down, the wedding's off. It's just as simple as that. Okay, let's move on. Who's next? So next, let's meet Peter. He's another newbie. Now, Pete actually lives with Tara. They're not married, so they actually are undermining the very moral fabric of society, which is dreadful. Anyway, Pete has proved invaluable. He's mucked in. You wouldn't think he's new to the team. You'd think he'd been with us all the way through. He's been brilliant at scrounging stuff, and apparently he's fantastic at running, and he's going to lead the way, so Tara keeps telling everyone. So we're looking to him to get home first. That's Pete. So I thought, seeing as we just done Pete, we do his other half, Tara. Now, I work with Tara for William Sinclair. She did last year. She was fantastic last year, and I think quite a lot of people look to her as the kind of mother figure within the team. She was fantastic last year. She wasn't going to give in. She was determined to get from A to B. She's got a great will, and has been the same this year. I know she's been training her absolute backside off. So I'm sure this year she'll be the same as she was last year. She will lead everybody. She won't let anybody slack. She'll look after whoever needs looking after. She's also been fantastic away from the run. She's been collating all the raffle tickets and organising people here, there and everywhere. Actually invaluable. So Brilliant. Well done, Tara. Let's move on. So, next up is Tosmo Small Piece. Now, Tos is probably the enigma of the team. He smokes 500 fags a day, although I think he's stopped now and he's on one of them electronic things. He drinks 58 pints a night. He probably doesn't know that we're doing it in 2 weeks' time. But he will turn up, he'll get on the minibus, he will travel north, he will get off the minibus. On the first morning he will set off running, he will run as quick as anyone else, he will keep up with the people at the beginning, he will still be going on the last day, and everybody will just be scratching their heads wondering how on earth he does it. He's obviously just a natural, although one day it will catch up with him. That's what they used to tell me, because I used to be a bit like him. Anyway, so that's Tos. Then next on the list is Jeffrey. Jeff was a bit of a legend last year. He came along as a support crew, and when I got injured, he decided he would run my miles. So he did basically 90 miles, well no, 70 miles I think it was. And of those 70 miles, I reckon he did 40 odd in boat shoes. And we decided he couldn't have boat shoes because it just wasn't going to do him any good. So some of the support people went off to Asda, I believe it was, and bought him some the worst trainers ever. When he ran, they clip-clopped like he was a horse, and they gave us hours of great fun. We christened them Speed Kings, and we've insisted that he does the whole thing in them, because he's kept them this year. I'm not sure he's going to, but that's what we've insisted on, so we will see. He's probably stupid enough to do that. You know I don't mean it, Jeffrey, I'm only joking. Right, let's meet Charles. Young Charles. Now, although he was christened Charles, he does like to be called Charlie. He's kind of the quiet one of the team. Well, he is until you get him going. You get a few drinks in him and he's a different kiddie. I call him a kiddie, he's not a kiddie, he's just finishing uni for goodness sake. But when I first knew him, he was probably 10. He's a very determined fellow. He doesn't make a lot of noise, doesn't cause anybody any problems, but he will get from beginning to end, I guarantee it. He has his own personal reasons for running, which I'm sure he could share on a blog, but he's been very busy with his end of uni exams, I know that. He might write a blog after he sees this. But he's brilliant to have in the team. He mucks in, like I say, he doesn't moan. If everybody was like that, the world would be a better place, trust me. So, that's Charles. Next is Charles's other half, Jade. Once again, they're not married, and they live together. So they too are contributing to undermining the very moral fabric of society. Why do we let these people be part of our team? Now, I'm not going to lie. Last year when Jade signed up and we got there for the first day, I thought, no chance. 12 miles, she'd be gone. However, I did think that she was excellent for adding a bit of glamour to the team. Because to be honest, we're not the best looking set of blokes in the world, so we did need somebody to brighten the whole thing up as we were running along. That said, I was completely wrong. Because the small petite body actually betrayed an inner core of steel, and she was unbelievably brilliant. And on the last day she was struggling, but she refused to give in. She made herself a great big walking stick and used that to get her along, and she got through to the end, and I was just mightily impressed. Meet Richard Walker. Now, I've known Richard for a long time, and he's only going to be doing one of the days, and he's going to be doing it on my behalf, because as soon as I'd had my spit and it became obvious that I wasn't going to be able to do the whole thing, he was the first one on the phone saying, mate, I will do one of your legs for you. He's discovered fitness in the past year or so. I mean, he used to be a big fat blob when I first met him, and since then he's trained and trained. He did the London Marathon this year. I think he did it in 2 hours 5 minutes. That's a lie, but I've got to big him up because he's doing a leg for me. And I think the week after he did the Sheffield Half Marathon thing. The man's gone mental, but he's absolutely brilliant. So welcome on board, Richard. Meet Sebastian. Oh, Sebastian. Now, Seb is one of the people that's played football for me for a long time, and we probably could have christened him Machine too, because he's rather like Ben. He's kind of wind him up, let him go, and he will just keep going all day. I guarantee he will do all 4 days. At the end of each day, he won't look like he any different to what he did in the morning. He'll get up the next day as though nothing has happened, and he will just eat up the miles. Very fit lad, very good kind of leader as well. Well, except second best from anybody around him. However, is more than willing to drop back and help people that are struggling. Good team player, actually good team leader. And like I said, he's just machine too. So that's Sebby. Joe Henstridge is next up. Joe is invaluable to the whole something silly thing. Not only does he love his fitness, but he's Mr. Whiz on a computer, and as such he does all of the webby stuff. He does all the website, everything, anything that's technical. We just give it Joe, he just gets on and does it. He never moans. He absolutely loves doing fitness things. He rides a bike and loves riding a bike. He's just come back from pinging up and down the Alps. He loves running. He does half marathons, all that kind of thing. He's a fit lad, he's a clever lad, and like I said, we couldn't do the whole something silly without him, so he's fantastic to have on board. Once again, another great team member. Doesn't like to boast and be Mr. Big. He's just brilliant to have around everyone, and I don't think anybody hates the man in the world. He's so nice. Okay. So, meet Sarah. She's a veteran of last year. Unfortunately, this year, Sarah went off to Thailand, came back, wasn't particularly well, ended up in hospital for a while on antibiotics, and has E. coli in her kidneys, which really doesn't sound very nice. So she won't actually be running, so she's coming along to help out as part of support and provide medical cover. However, Sarah makes cakes. She makes lovely cakes. She makes lots and lots and lots of cakes. She's also very fit. She climbs mountains for fun. And last year, she ended up with a leg the size of an elephant and still completed the last day. So she's obviously made of granite inside as well as climbing the stuff. So that's Sarah. Okay. That brings us on to Joe Chalk. Now, as you may have gathered from the name, he's related to me. Actually, he's my son. And I mean, I've grown up with him, so I know what a complete goon the boy can be. However, I will never ever decry him, because he was responsible for bringing this little chap into the world. That's my grandson Eli, and he's an absolute credit to his parents. They are fantastic with him. Joe has never done anything like this before. He was going to do the whole something silly last year, but couldn't, because it coincided with everybody waiting around for Eli to be born. He was absolutely gutted, so he's delighted to be able to do it this year. I know he's trained like a so-and-so to do it, and I know he has an inner determination that will see him get from A to B, and he's just brilliant, and I'm rightfully proud of him. So well done, Joe. And then last but not least is well, yours truly, me. I think it's fair to say I have had a few problems in the last week, no, not week, in the last couple of 3 months. You probably read all about it in my blog and everything, so I won't bore you with that. But essentially, they will stop me from running and riding, which, I'll be honest, I am completely peed off about. But never mind, I shall be there. I shall be encouraging everybody. I will be doing everything I can to help them around, encouraging them. And I think they're all brilliant. Just for starting, just for getting to the start line, I think they're all fantastic people. They're all heroes, and let's hope that we have a good one. So there we go. That's Team SSIJ for 2013. We're a week away from heading north to go do the Pennine Bridleway. We're a couple of days away from the Raffle of Excellence, which has gone really well. People have been fantastic with donating prizes to us. And the world's not such a bad place after all, is it? So thank you for supporting us. Thank you for watching this. We'll see you when we get back. Well, actually, there's still a week left, so you could actually, because I'm sat here on the Thursday or the Friday, you could actually go onto the website, which is www.ssij.co.uk, and donate some money towards the cause. And if you did, we would love you even more than we currently do. So this is Steve Chalk. Check it out. Heading north in 7 days. Thank you. Bye.